So in this video we're going to be looking at the order of operations when we're dealing with rational numbers. And our targets for this video is, can you do all the order of operations with the fractions? Can you consistently do order of operations consistently? And are you able to reduce the fractions when required? So that's what we're looking at for this worksheet, so keep those in mind. I'm going to write BEDMAS up top, and I'm going to group together what needs to be done first. And it goes in that order. So brackets will go first. Anything with exponents will go next. In this situation, I don't think we have any except for maybe number 10. Oh, actually, we do have some brackets. So number 9 has some, some exponents. And then we're going to deal with any division and multiplication together, going left to right. And then we'll deal with any adding and subtracting together, going left to right. So let's do an example. We'll do number 1. I will put it over here just for the sake of space. Okay, order of operations says, in this situation, I will do my multiplication first. So I will rewrite 2/3, and I will subtract the answer to 1/3 times 1/2, which is 1/6. Again, I multiply the tops, I multiply the bottoms. Now I am subtracting fractions. The denominators are not the same. I need common denominators. So I'm going to multiply by a quantity equal to 1. And in this situation, 2/2 is 1. So it makes my 2/3 look different, but is actually exactly the same. So I'll rewrite that as 4/6. Take away 1/6. Denominators are the same. I leave the denominators. I subtract the tops. Now I can divide both of these by 3, greatest common factor, to get positive 1/2 as an answer. So I'll clear that. Okay, and let's go to number 4. So we'll write that down here, 4/3 all quantity squared. Then I have to subtract Okay, I am going to block some of this off. I am going to do this part together, and I will do this part first because it has exponents, right? So I'll do with that exponents first, then I will subtract last. Okay, so 4/3 multiplied by 4/3 is 16/9. And I'm going to subtract. I'm going to put those brackets in. You don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm going to convert 1 1/8 to negative times plus. So go 8 times 1 plus 1, which is 9/8. So we have 8/9 multiplied by negative 9/8. And in this situation, if you recall from other worksheets, I can start canceling that. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 9 divided by 9 is 1. And so inside the bracket, I'm going to get negative 1/1. You could get negative 72/72 if you choose to. 8 times 9 is 72. 9 times 8 is 72. So you could get negative 72/72. When you reduce that fraction, you're going to get negative 1/1 anyway. So if you can do that cross canceling, it will save you a lot of time. So then our common denominators here could be 9 because we have 16/9. We need to subtract a negative 1/1. We don't subtract integers. We'll rewrite that as an addition statement. where the common denominator here will be 9. So I'm going to times this guy by 9 to get 9. I'll times that guy by 9 to get 9. Now the denominators are the same. I can add the tops and leave the numbers. And I'm out of room, so I'll try to move all this up. And so I have positive 25 over 9. 9 goes into 25 twice. That would give me 18. And there's 7 left over, and that is a reduced answer. And I'll put my positive in just for show. Okay, so I'm going to clear that. And we'll do another one. So let's do number, 8 looks really bad, so let's do 8. So, bed mass. Brackets first. So in this situation I have some square brackets. I will do that first. Then I'll do any exponents. There is no exponents. It's not going to help us here. I will do any multiplication and division next. So I have to do that next. And then I will do any adding and subtracting. So then I will do this one, and then I will do that one. So why will I do this one first before this one? Because I have to do brackets first. So I will finish everything in these brackets first, and this adding happens to be inside the bracket. So I'm going to clear all this, and then we'll get at her. All right. So let's rewrite all this. I'm going to convert this right away. So 5 times 2 plus 1 is going to be 11 over 5. I'm going to add that to in square brackets. 5 times 2 plus 4 is 14 over 5 divided by, I'm going to convert this guy right away to a fraction, negative 2 over 1. And then I have to add negative 3/10 to that mess. Order of operations says I have to do that part first. So let's rewrite this. We convert that to a multiplication. We reciprocate that. I'm going to leave the negative sign on top because I can. Still dealing with this. Uh, 14 times 1 is 14 times negative 1 is negative 14. 5 times 2 is 10. And it just so happened that this denominator is also 10, so that worked out nice. I can now add the top numbers, and I can leave the bottoms. The rules for integers says when I'm adding and the signs are the same, I keep the sign and I add the numbers. I'm not going to convert that yet. I'm not going to do anything with that yet. I'm going to convert that to a mixed number when I'm done. So right now I'm not done, so I won't do that. I can times this guy by 2 because we want the same denominators, and I'm going to get 22 over 10 plus negative 17 over 10. I can just drop these brackets now. Denominators are the same. Keep the denominators. I'm adding, and the signs are different. I keep the sign of the largest number, and now I subtract. And I can divide both of these by 5, which is at quantity equal to 1 again, which is positive 1/2 as an answer. So in this video, keep in mind you're going to want to convert all of these numbers. For number 9, you're going to want to deal with what's in brackets first, then square it. Then you're going to add all this together before you do anything else. This will be your very last step because that's subtraction. So you're going to figure out what's in brackets first. Then you're going to take this number and divide by whatever you get from this number. Whatever you get from this mess, you're going to subtract 3/7. Okay, here you're going to convert this to an addition statement. Remember, times plus, so you get 12 over 5. Then you're going to, this means multiplication right there. There's no signs between it. There's no adding, no subtracting, no multiplication, division. It means a multiplication. You're going to have to do this part, right? So do that part first. That answer would go here. Okay, so whatever you get from this multiplying, convert those numbers first from improper or mixed numbers to improper. That goes in here. Then you're going to add all three of these together, keeping in mind you need a common denominator. Okay, so when you multiply these denominators together, you're going to get 25 on the bottom. So you're going to have to convert this and this all to 25. So hopefully that video helped. Again, I'm always available for help if you need me.